should look good. Notepad positioned correctly. Very nice. All right, hello everybody. So first thing I want to address, saw some people in chat asking why it always starts so late. That's because of the phenomenon known as time zones. On Saturday, I do have a well, depending on your perspective, earlier or later stream time, but I have a much different stream time. The idea being that it can accommodate all different time zones, but there will be some people for which neither stream works, and that's unfortunate. All right. Let's talk Regieleki, because that's what you're here for. That's what everyone's here for. I'm excited about Regieleki. I think it's a pretty interesting Pokemon. But yeah, we got to talk about this guy. So there is some bad news. Since Gen 8, Regieleki's Transistor was nerfed. A pretty big nerf, going from 1.5 to 1.3. So basically everything this guy does is just going to be weaker on that side. So obviously that's bad news. On the upside, Pursuit is back, so we can potentially trap ground types. That's really what's giving me hope, is that presence of Pursuit. Without that, I don't really think I would find Regieleki worth using, but it's as it is, it's kind of interesting. So yeah, Regieleki, let's talk. Let me quickly make sure I've got my, okay, block challenges, cool. Let's talk about Regieleki's place in the meta. So, good news. Removal is nice. Not the best source of removal, but it's nice. Incredible speed control. Outspeeds even a lot of Scarfers, which is amazing. And then, of course, you know, just Volt Switch being great. Volt Switch pivoting is super awesome. And then another thing is, you know, baits in ground types, which can be taken advantage of, and you better believe we will. Downsides, bad news. Transistor nerf, obviously. And Gliscor, huge obstacle we didn't have to deal with in Generation 8, and Iron Treads. Worth mentioning as well, two Pokemon that just absolutely kind of roll our friend Regieleki. And then Pursuit can help trap ground types. So there's the good news and there's the bad news, basically. But yeah, I to be totally honest with you guys, if you had to tell me, do I think Regieleki is viable? Do I think it has a place in top level Natex? I would say no. I don't think it does. However, I might be wrong, and I'm not confident on that statement that it's not viable. So I think it's worth giving it a try, and we'll see how it goes. You know, as I said, I may be surprised. I don't think I will, but I may be surprised. It's a definite possibility. So let's talk sets. Obviously, Rapid Spin, Volt Switch, and then, whoops, Thunderbolt, Electro Ball, whatever, is pretty much mandatory. And then at that point, you go Terra Blast, Ancient Power are pretty much your options. Mr. S, thank you for the £4, or for the £5. Just want to wish you a better than the Dragology stream today, Pink. You can always drop these bad boys. You always drop these bad boys at midnight in the UK time, so I gotta catch them in the AM. Well, yeah, that is not ideal for UK time, but I appreciate that you're here anyway, and I hope you enjoy it. Or I guess Hyper Beam has been seen as well. And then there's Z Normal or HDB, or Specs for Cheesers. Those are basically the options. But yeah, so someone also says, Pinka, do you like cats? I do. I like cats. Okay. Now here's the thing, guys. I honestly think Normalium Z is not good. I think it's not good. Boots on Regieleki adds so much to this Pokemon as removal, gives it a lot of consistency. And someone says, yeah, Reggie also hates Pursuit. That's a good point. That's a good point. Regieleki doesn't love Pursuit either. But I feel like not a lot of Pursuit trappers like love switching in, and you can generally kind of just Volt on them anyway. So I don't think Pursuit will be like a huge issue. I guess Kingambit really does pretty much destroy this thing, doesn't it? Kingambit, how much is that doing? That's a lot of damage. Black glasses. Yeah, so it looks like how many? Probably two. One ally might... Okay, not one ally. Two allies and we have a chance to die, but we can run... Oh, that's max HP, Regieleki. Oh, guys, we are so cooked. Yeah, one ally and we're already down, so that's not good. Yeah, so we gotta be very... Oh my gosh, guys, even with 0, there's a chance it can just kill us with Sucker, which means, of course, that Pursuit will one-shot on the Switch. Guaranteed. We'll probably get a little bit of bulk in there, but those calcs are not awesome to see. Trishula saying, I stood up a girl to be here. I don't believe that for a minute. Anyway, though, we're going to... yeah, we're going to do this Z-Normal. So anyway, I'm going to say I don't think Z-Normal is a good set. I don't think Z-Normal... And no, it does not get Hidden Power. It does not. Although, it does get Terra Blast, which is nice. So it's a pretty big step up from Swift as the 60 base power move it was using. So yeah, I'd say Terra Blast is still a buff, even though it can't obviously use that very well. Yeah, so Assurance is also kind of a funny tech that I've seen used with hazards on Regieleki to damage incoming ground types, particularly on choice band sets. I think it's a cool tech, but in this case, I think we do want to go with the special variant. I think that's going to work a lot better here. So anyway, yeah, I think Normalium Z is a little bit cheese. It just doesn't do that much. Like, it's not actually killing many ground types. Like, yeah, it's doing, like, it's chunking Lando pretty well, but you're not doing anything to Treads. You're not doing anything to Tinglu. You're not really even doing anything to Gliscor. Like, check this out, right? Hyper Beam. Timid. 52 Z. There's Breakneck Blitz against the Spidef Gliscor. You're doing, what is that? How much are we looking at? Yeah, that's about half. So like, why are we even doing this, right? Realistically, not much of a point to do that. Trishula recommending extreme speed to beat Kingambit. We could go mixed E-speed. We could go mixed E-speed. I'd be potentially down for that. No, I'm not a fan of metal music. All right, so I think Boots is the way to go. So we'll start with this Volt Switch. I do still like Electro Ball because there are just so many like slow fat walls. Like Mola takes a ton from Electro Ball, Pharaoh takes a ton from Electro Ball, so I'm still an Electro Ball stan. And I think as far as outpacing stuff, let's look at the Scarfers in OU and see like what's real. Probably, so I'm thinking, I don't think we can outspeed Iron Valiant, but that's worth checking. So let's do a quick check. Iron Valiant, booster speed 540. We actually do just barely outspeed Ival with Timid Max, and that speed tier seems kind of too good to not go for. So I think we're going to go absolute max speed. Like outspeeding Lecky after, outspeeding Ival is actually crazy. So I think we kind of have to do that. One thing is the Volt Switch is actually not going to do that much because we don't have Thunderbolt. So we might switch to Thunderbolt if we want that, but I think outspeeding Ival is honestly epic. Switcheroo ring target is nonsense, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, so I've seen this happen, and it works like okay, right? But you run a Klefki. Okay, and you got ring target, and Klefki brings in grounds, and then you trick the grounds. Switcheroo, And then you trick their grounds as they come in, and then they get hit by electric moves. It's gimmicky. We could make a decent team with Switcheroo, Klefki, and some other nonsense. We could. We could make some decent teams. But they would not be good. I want to make great teams. We are not going to make a great team with Switcheroo Ring Target. It can't be done. It's just too gimmicky. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Now, the next question, of course, what is the best partner for Regieleki? And I think it's got to be a Choice Banded Weavile. Reason for this is pretty simple. Pursuit. You pressure ground types and you pursuit trap them. This seems kind of like the best of both worlds. I see the appeal to Kingambit with black glasses doing the same kind of thing. I definitely do. My concern is that this doesn't come in that well in ground types. You know, if you want to damage even something like you want to damage a Lando on the way out, you want to damage a Gliscor, you want to damage a Tinglu, a Garchomp, whatever. Weavile puts pressure on those Pokemon. And Kingambit just does. It can't really kill them with a Sucker Punch, and it just gets blasted by Earthquake. So I want Weavile to be there to be that threat. So I think we are going to go CB Weavile. Ice Shard, Knockoff, and Pursuit. Obviously, last slot, probably Icicle Crash. I honestly hate running Axel, especially with all the contact abilities in Nat decks. I don't think that's the move. Yeah, that is odd. Viewership did just tank. That is really weird. I don't know. Maybe that's a YouTube updating issue or something maybe just happened. I don't know. That's super odd. But yeah, Future Sight support is another good idea as well. Future Sight is a kind of a classic with Lecky, works really well with it. Am I cutting out here? It's weird. Viewership is just plunging. Unless there's some displaying issue, I'm seeing almost nobody. Very odd. Very, very odd. Everyone hates Weavile, I guess. Okay, now it's like jumped up again. Okay, yeah, YouTube's being a little strange. Well, anyway, we're gonna keep on building and just let whatever happens there. Best partners. Regieleki and Wellspring, I think, are both good. Raging Bolt, I agree. I think Raging Bolt, there's some merit to that. In general, I think Electric Spam is kind of interesting. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, glad to hear that. I was worried I was, like, crashing or something was happening. But okay, glad to see there are no major issues. So, okay, glad to see we're all good. Right. Yeah, Regieleki, Wellspring, Raging Bolt. All solid options. All solid options. The problem is Archetype. Whoops. So Archetype has pretty much got to be balance. Regieleki needs time to break down a team. What about an offensive Heatran that can maybe lure in a ground type and track with Magma Storm? No, I mean, so, right, Heatran, we could potentially run a Heatran, like an anti-Gliscor. I guess maybe a Bloom Doom Heatran actually wouldn't be bad. I could see, yeah, I could maybe see Bloom Doom Heatran being good. I really hate using Heatran with Magma Storm, but It could kind of threaten Gliscor. It could kind of threaten some ground types, but some ground types would just kind of like be like totally fine. Like Clodsire is going to come in and still kill you. Garchomp still coming in and killing you. Tinglu still going to be pretty fine. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Heatran's necessarily the way here. What does Weavile typically like do? And I guess it's just probably banded for the most part, right? I'd imagine Boots is not that common. Yeah, Choice Band being the main one and just run on kind of fat teams. That makes sense. That's kind of what I figured Weavile would be. And I think that's what we want it to be here as well. Give everything Ring Target and Trick. Yeah, that's not really what we want. Why am I searching Ring Target? Yeah, that we really don't want Ring Target and Trick to be what we do with everything. Yeah, I mean, hating Magma Storm is a very legitimate thing in my opinion. It's a very hateable move. Relying on it for any part of your Breaking Core is like brutal stuff. It's not fun. Nobody wants to do that. So I'm just trying to think here. Yeah, because Regieleki, the main threat I think is Gliscor, because other ground types aren't running Protect. So we need to have something that really takes advantage of Gliscor, and Weavile, crazy as it sounds, just isn't that. Weavile is not that, because it's banded, right? It's locked in to that ice move. So Gliscor can just Protect, see what Weavile locks into, and then they're fine. So we need something else to take advantage of Gliscor. I would think maybe like an Urshifu is the way to go. We need something that really takes advantage of Gliscor. That really takes advantage of Gliscor. But this team needs to be kind of balance or bulkier, which is the struggle. Didn't you make a Latios Regieleki team once? I don't remember. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah, I generally do run Pickpocket on Weavile. I just haven't done the abilities yet. When do I pick the Mega? Hard to say. Maybe soon, maybe in a while. I mean, are there any Megas that can help us with Gliscor that aren't Abomasnow? Is a good question. Yeah, Mega Scizor, not really a Gliscor counter. We need something that can threaten to one-shot Gliscor and be difficult to switch into in general. Like a Nidoking, for example. Maybe Urshifu, that is something I consider as well, but I'm worried we're getting... If we have Weavile Shifu, we're looking to be Olo food. Kyurem is another Pokemon I was thinking of as being a potentially really strong option. The problem is I don't know if Kyurem Weavile is like workable, like if we can realistically fit that onto a team, but I would really like to try. I would like to see it happen. Yeah, Urshi fits great in theory, and then you see an Alomomola and you realize your entire offensive core is walled by Olo, and then suddenly things aren't looking so good. Trishula, we wouldn't be bringing it in, switching it in on a Gliscor. It just needs to be something that can threaten a Gliscor when it is in. You know, I'm kind of, yeah, I think the Kyurem idea, I think I like that. And it could be potentially remove Weavile and fully count on Kyurem to break. And take advantage of grounds. So on this, I want to run a bit of an old set. I want to run a Metronome. This set is really nasty, and I really like it. And that's pretty much the only reason I have for running it, but I think those are good reasons. Yeah, 2 ice types, likely unsupportable. I would agree with that. Metacham, Okos with Ice Punch. That's a good point. I'm going to double check that claim, but I think you're probably right. Gliscor, defensive, actually means defensive. Okay, yeah, probably going to kill a Gliscor. So that does look good. That does look appealing. Let's start with like Metacham. Yeah, let's start with this. So pure power. Ice punch, close combat. What do we go next then? Like fake out bullet punch? That's not very good for breaking though, is it? Probably you do want fake out on this. Or do you? Maybe it's not so important. Let's go like Psycho Cut and Bullet Punch on this. We're going to try a no fake out Metacham. See how that goes. Lucky, and yeah. I think with this, we want to pivot. So this is either going to be a Slowbro or an Allo. Also, I guys want to show you something. This is high ladder Natdex usage. Allo is #1 by a good margin. So for those that think I'm the only one spamming Allo, this is just the meta. How does Q have Roost? What gen, though, that was okay? I'm confused by the grammar of that, but Kyurem had Roost in Gen 8 and does not have Roost in Gen 9. Doesn't protect stop Metronome? Correct, but all the protect Pokemon hate Kyurem, so that's kind of why Metronome, I think, is still quite good on it. Yeah, so I expect Allo is going to be better here because it's an Allo. There's no real reason beyond that, but I think that's a pretty strong reason. Although we do have Future Sight on the Slowbro, which is nice too. I feel like if we finish this out, this just shapes up to be a Pharaoh Lando situation. I think that's probably the best way to finish the team because it gives us some hazards. Why not run the Fight Z on Kyurem? Because then I have to run Focus Blast, which is not a good use of a slot on a Kyurem. So the problem is this loses to Scizor. So this doesn't work. Like we see face an SD Roost Scizor, and that's game. And that's just not acceptable. Zen Headbutt is a contact move, and it's inaccurate, so no. It is more powerful, but it's not better, necessarily at least. Do you think it would get up to #1 in Gen 9 OU if they banned Wellspring? I doubt it. It's possible, but I doubt it. Woger did not get banned from Natdex. No, Woger is safe. Yeah, so that's the problem. This team just gets rolled by Scizor. Just got here, but glad to see Allo already made the roster. Zen Headbutt is 90 accuracy. It's not 95. It's not 100. 90, which is pretty rough. Yeah, Scald on Allo is not a real Scizor answer. It's a pretend make-believe Scizor answer that like makes you feel good but doesn't actually do anything. Trishula, thank you very much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. Move Mega Garchomp up the priority list by however much $10 is worth. I'll probably do Mega Garchomp soon. I just want to make sure I'm doing it on a day where I like really feel awake and I'm like super into it. I've had a lot of rough sleeps this week. I'm feeling okay because I got an okay sleep last night, but when I do Mega Garchomp, I really want to do it well because I know so many people are excited about it, but it's definitely one of the things I'm most excited to do. So Mega Garchomp absolutely going to be coming soon. Yeah, this is so tough. I'm trying to think here because I would like to, like, this does look pretty threatening, but just, I mean, Scizor being Scizor is going to make that too difficult. HP Fire Lando is just kind of, it's not very good. No, a T-Wave Pharaoh Taunt Lando makes Scizor matchup like a desperate gamble. It's still not good. It's not a good matchup. I think it's unacceptable. I don't like to have teams that have to like just struggle and outplay and get like tons of reads right if we see a very common Pokemon. I mean, Scizor is like what rank? What usage is this? Like that's 11%. Come on, we can't be losing to like 10% of teams practically on preview. No, a +6 Mega Scizor does not sweep because we can PP stall it with Olo, but it is still threatening here. Let's look at some fire types. Anything that can help us here? I mean, there is just running Zard. There is just that. And honestly, Adame, no. I've been sleeping a lot better. This is a very unusual thing this week. I think I was just stressed this week because I had some exams and a lot of work, and just a lot of things came together at once, and you know there was a lot going on. But it's over now. I think I'll sleep fine tonight. I was a little stressed, but generally since I've been back at school, I've actually been sleeping fantastic. Been getting like 8 to 9 hours a night. It's been great. Will I ever resort to Raid Shadow Legends sponsor? No. I will never sponsor anything unless I legitimately believe it's useful and have tried it myself. Which I've gotten very few legitimate offers. Like most of the offers I've gotten, I get an offer for a sponsorship like every day and they're all scams. Like it is wild because I put my email out there, right? So it is just constant scams, pretty much. I think this team with the longevity can probably break stall. I feel like it can. One thing that worries me is that we're counting on Lecky for removal. And then we have this incredibly Hazard Week breaking course. So we might have to go double removal. I think we'll probably have to go Defog Lando, Rocks Pharaoh. As much as I'd like to run Hazard Stack. Eventually H Stack later. We can try and see like how bad the Hazard situation ends up being. But yeah, no, I get tons of scams. It's hilarious. Like I think the only 2 real ones I've got, one was for this company that does, do we want to be greedy? No, we can't. With that speed tier, we can't be that greedy. But yeah, one was this company that, let me check Gliscor. I mean, we might need to run Fire Blast on this, I'm afraid. Yeah. What's Spadaf Gliscor doing? Oh, you okay, that's, yeah. Oh, but Fire Blast isn't even doing it, is it? Nope, not even if you go like modest, like crazy greedy, not even Fireball. So we'll just go Weather Ball Timid. And we'll go Scorching Sands, Solar Beam, Roost. We'll go with the standard set. I think that's fine here. I don't think we need anything fancy. The idea of a fat Zard Y is honestly kind of nasty. I sort of want to run that. Like, I know the calc just plugged that in because it doesn't know anything. And I'll probably get badly punished for having this. But I really want to try it. I really do. I really want to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to try Fat Zard Y and just see what happens. Is there anything we super want to outspeed? With our Fat Zard Y sitting here? Nah. Let's just do it. Okay. HDB on this. Wish, Protect. Why am I putting Roost in here? What was that all about? Yeah, and we'll just go. But yeah, oh yeah, so the one I got was for like a sleeping mask, and it was like the offer was terrible. They're like, hey, if you promote this, we'll send you one. I'm like, you're not even going to pay me? Which I wasn't planning on doing it anyway, because I don't, you know, but if there was money involved, I'd probably at least try out the sleeping mask, see if it's good, because you guys know I do have issues sleeping. But they were just like they didn't even offer me any money. So I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, guys? And then we might want to go plus Spadaf on this Alo, looking at the state of this team. Let's do that. HPI Zard is actually kind of interesting. I wonder if that's the move. Because it helps with... I mean, yeah, hidden power. Well, let's check. I actually don't know if that'll even kill a Gliscor. No, you're not even killing, so we're absolutely not going HP Ice. Why boots with double removal? Because boots are broken, man. Boots are just broken. Yeah, Lando will be Defog, and Pharaoh will be Rocks. Lando, we probably go Z Lando here, right? I've run this like bulky SDZ Lando a few times, and I don't really know if it fits here, but I think Lando's just so good at killing other Lando, I kind of want to try it. So we'll just rip that from my Nihilego team. Whoops. And yeah, like, we'll customize if this ends up working, but generally when I build, I often just do, like, start off with really standard stats and then kind of work from there. Probably good we outspeed... Wow, we don't really need outspeed Heatran with this team. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like we're probably going to get punished super hard for having this bad speed tier, but we also just might live some stuff and we'll be, like, amazing. So we'll see. We also do have Olo to make the removal situation a little less bad, so it might be okay. We'll see how it goes. Pharaoh, yeah, I think we just go Fizz Def on this guy, like Power Whip, knockoff. Kind of a pretty standard core here. You know, the classic Olo, Lando, Pharaoh, but it's really good, right? Like, I wonder actually what Olo's biggest partners are. Let's take a look. Wonder if it's okay. Lando is #1, which makes sense. Pharaoh not even here is kind of crazy though, because Pharaoh really likes Wish support. I'm surprised to see Curem being used at 25% usage with Olo, because like, what usage is Curem even? Okay, 12%. That's actually, it's higher than I thought, but that's kind of weird. I'm surprised to see Curem being used that frequently. Huh. Yeah, well, that's weird. Yeah, this is fine because we do have a Psychic immunity, so we're not counting on Pharaoh to take the Psychic hits, which is good. We do have the Pursuit core. There honestly are a lot of good cores here. I just wonder if Regieleki is just going to be like too trash. Yeah, Zardwise here so we don't lose to Scizor, but we still have a strong breaking core. Because Weavile, a strong Pursuit Trapper plus a Zardwise is really good at breaking, basically. Yeah. Taunt Lando plus Spikes Pharaoh would be the move there. Okay, let's just do it. And then T-Wave Pharaoh, potentially over Knock, because Weavile already has Knock, could be kind of cool here. Actually, I believe that powers up Energy Ball, right? Or Electro Ball, excuse me. Let me check that. Let's like put in a Corviknight. So Electro Ball, oh, it's already 120 PP. But hold on, if it's paralyzed, it's 100. Oh, paralysis. Okay, I think we got to go T-Wave Pharaoh because that's going to get us a lot more power on Electro Ball, which sounds super cool. How do I beat Curem? Weavile, Zard. I mean, kind of depends on the set, but yeah, it's not going to be easy, but mostly Weavile can switch in and be pretty threatening to Curem. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but let's find out. Let's see, because as I said, I'm not optimistic about Lecky as a whole. Oh, that's OU. I'm to tell you the truth, I'm not optimistic about Lecky as a whole. But I feel like it's got to work. Well, that's not true. I don't think it will, but I feel like I got to try it. Sorry, was what I meant to say. I think I've got to try it. How much do we do with our Fat Zard to a well? Okay, it's not giving me the calcs. Well, that's not very nice. There we go. How much are we doing? In sun. That's fun. And we're not dying, which is fun, because we're fat, remember? Is Zard missing EVs intentionally? Did I forget? Oh, my bad. Yeah, we'll, I guess, put those back in defense. Okay, so there's a Tinglu. Obviously not exactly what you want to see. This Lando set is not what I thought it was either. Actually, that's from an older version of Team. Makes sense that it's that. I prefer SD on these now, so we'll move it to that. But we have U-turn this game, which is fine, I guess. Would have been nice to have SD, because we could have SD'd up on the Corv and then just blown something up. But it is what it is. I do just like Zard Y. I honestly, yeah. Like, we're just... It might have Rock Slide. But, like, I feel like you can't live in fear. You can't live in fear. Okay, it didn't use it right away if it does have it. So that's good. I'm going to Solar Beam again. Are we just about to kill the ground? Okay, ground dead immediately, guys. I'm thinking this might be a good game for our boy, Regieleki. Why did it tell me that didn't kill before? Ivy Cudgel surviving that because we're fat. Okay, guys, I think I might have discovered the next big Zard Y trend on accident. I may have. Let's go Pharaoh here. Okay, that Psychic did not do a lot, so either Scarf or it's about to blow us up. Okay, that's not good. Let's T-Wave. Probably going to hit with something big. Actually, let's just Power Whip. Actually, we can kill it with Lando. Let's T-Wave. Yeah, let's T-Wave. Yeah, the reason I decided ultimately to go T-Wave is just because it's more accurate. No bigger reason than that. Okay, cool. Because see, now we can go into Landorus and do the big Z-Fly. Get that nice guaranteed kill. Critical hit did not matter one bit. So yeah, opponent just made some wacky plays here. We can just go Lecky on this is the beautiful thing, because we outspeed this guy, which is insane. I did not think... I didn't even conceive that as a possibility that Regieleki would be that fast. Like, that's wild. Landorus can come in here, and we can EQ, I think, kills. So we'll just go with that. Yeah, actually, sacking Lando, in retrospect, probably not a good move when Gul'Dango's there, but we should be fine with Weavile. But yeah, probably not the smartest move on my part. We'll go Mola here. Figured gold would come in. Like, weirdly, we don't want to pop this balloon, but I think we kind of have to. So, like, how much is Weavile Knock doing? It depends on the set, but we can flip turn here. Based on that damage, I think Weavile's absolutely... Yeah, that's a no bulk gold. We are destroying this thing. Pursuit here, actually... Let me just verify that flip turn, because that flip turn did 17, so it's slightly maybe bulky gold. So we'll go knockoff. And yeah, that's just going to kill. And we absolutely now smoke with Lecky. GG. Okay, honestly, game one, Lecky did what it needed to do. We're 1-0 right now. For those that are just joining, we're 1-0. I'm going to start another game. Let me quickly... I'm just sitting here in the darkness like a Discord mod. Let me get the lights on. 1 second. All right, got the blinds closed, lights on. We're in gamer mode now, folks. We are in gamer mode now, and there's a Treads, but this is an HO team. So looking honestly not too bad at all for Lecky. I absolutely love a Zard lead here. It looks like just perfect. Yeah, I feel like I do kind of want to just get up Sun. So let's check. If this is a Mega Gyarados... And we're Megazard Y. It's Intimidate, so we don't have to worry about Moxie. Yeah, let's just Solar Beam. Honestly, damage on this seems great. Okay, that's solid damage. That's solid, and that did exactly what we'd expect. So if this thing has a Mega here, we do not die. So I'm inclined to just finish it off. Yep, guys, I'm gonna be honest, this Fat Zard thing is kind of working out. It's kind of working out. I'm almost a little upset about it because I'm like, I just didn't see this coming, but it's sort of working, guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna go Mola here because we can poison everything. Actually, that's true. I shouldn't insult Discord mods. I rely on their free labor to keep my community running. So, my bad, Discord mods. I didn't mean it like that. I care very much for you, and I'm sorry if my careless words hurt you. Okay, let's flip turn out here. It's a pretty easy one. We can just go into Landorus and back into Mola. I mean, this is what Mola's for. Ice. If Regieleki gets Ice Ball, I don't think it would use it, right? Yeah, I wouldn't use that. All right, based on that damage, we have a small chance to die here. Yeah, oh, Regieleki would not use this, no. Probably we just teched and then sack the Fat Zard. It's nice to block Veil, though, is the thing. Let's just wish here, because, like, we're not dying. Okay, very interesting treads. I think we just flip here. That seems fine. Wow, guys, this is the viewership is high, the hype is high. Let's remember to like the stream. Let's make this Leki one to remember. I will say one of my concerns with Leki, I feel like it's really good against bad opponents. Like for instance, our first opponent. Well, I don't want to like be mean, but they sacked their Ting Lu turn 2. Obviously a horrible decision against the Leki. Now it's not like they really had a bunch of great switch-ins to Zard, but like, I don't know. I very much question our opponent's skill level. So I think that might be... I'm going to go Pharaoh here on the... Well, we could just do... I'm going to go Pharaoh. Oh, they steel beamed. Beautiful. Like, this person right now, for example, this person, right? They're literally sacking their treads, you know, against... And we're going to rock again here. Yeah, and now they can't remove anymore. They're literally sacking their treads against a Regieleki team. Like, what are they doing? You know what I mean? So I feel like part of the problem with Leki, I think it's going to work really well against opponents that just don't really know what they're doing. Although, actually, no. Let me give a little credit. They've got a Torterra. But, we have a Lele. I think this game started over. I don't think there's anything our opponents can really do here. Yeah, like, I just tacked. It's too easy. There's maybe a world where like Terrain Extender Lele plus Shell Smash Torterra up in Veil like just goes absolutely wild here, but I don't see it happening. I think we need to get a bit of bad luck for that to really work out for our opponent. Yeah, Regieleki is support. It is a support Pokemon, so it's mostly there for speed control, baiting in grounds, removal, and that's maybe the problem. That's maybe the problem, is that we shouldn't think of Leki as a win con. Maybe the problem is that we try to make Leki a win con instead of a pressuring threat in the back, removal, and speed control. It's a good thought, but is it good enough at removal and speed control to justify its existence? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, we got Focus Blasted immediately. Honestly, that's fine. I'm just gonna T-Wave here. Okay, we T-Wave that. Cool. Do we want to, like, remove hazards? Let's do that. Well, I'm kind of asking to get Torterra on, aren't I? But, like, we have a Weavile. Let me just Rapid Spin here, and when Torterra comes in, we can just go Lando and hit it with the Z-Fly. Oh, it used the White Herb. That's kind of cool. But then what are you going to do? Like, Woodhammer me? It did precisely that, folks. It did precisely that. Weavile Ice Shard here is still doing 1 billion, and you absolutely die. Poor thing. Yeah. Yeah, this is the problem with Torterra. I mean, like Ice Shard's kind of rare, so my opponent sort of got screwed over here by a little bit of bad luck, but I don't know. We still could potentially be in some trouble if this is like Scarf Moonblast, but we have Lucky, so I don't think we're in too big of a problem. I'm just gonna protect here and then sack Pharaoh so we can stall out some turns. Okay, interesting. I'm fine to flip turn. I don't really particularly care if Mola dies, and even if I get Encore here, I can just go into Zard, so this is not a huge concern for me. Okay, yeah. Freeze Dry, we can get frozen. Not even frozen. That's always nice to see. And then we can go, can Lecky come in here and kill this with Electro Ball, is a question. It can. Look at this, guys. See, Electro Ball here, thanks to this paralysis, is 120 base power. How sick is that? So that way we can get a Volt Switch on Lele and start damaging it immediately. That's really cool. I love the paralysis plus Electro Ball is kind of insane. I'm loving that. Okay, yeah, this is over. GG, all right. Lucky was good there. But once again, we've got to consider, we have not exactly been facing the, you know, the cream of the crop when it comes to our opponents. Can you do a can dance? That's not a very coherent question. I'm not a good dancer though. No, not at all. I'm not a good dancer. Although, because of doing like Pommel Horse, I one day hope to get to the point where I can do what's called like floor circles. I don't know if you guys have ever seen people do circles on Pommel Horse, but if you get good enough with them, you can just do them on the floor. So I could like pull up to the club and just start doing some circles, and it's like, whoa, look at that guy. So I don't have to dance. If I can learn to do floor circles, I can be as terrible at dancing as I want, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, double ground. Not the best for Lecky, but honestly, the rest of the team is looking pretty good, and I'm liking the Weavile Zard core here. Allo looks incredible this game. I kind of like Lando. Lando actually looks really nice. How does Weavile take Terrapagos hits? Okay, we're living one, which is honestly pretty nice. That's better than I thought. But yeah, that is one of the Pokemon we don't love switching into. How well does Zard Y take? We actually don't get two-shot by Terra Starstorm, which is a crazy fat Zard moment. Do I think Regidrago could be viable? No, not in a million years. Yeah, it's kind of like breakdancing, chicken sandwich gaming. This is tough, because I kind of want to start with Weavile, but I think Weavile just looks so good here against so much of the team. We have to kind of start with it. Let's just knock off. Okay, we get Heatran in. Let's see what it is. We knock off a Choice Scarf. So Allo here is a super safe bet if this is Choice Scarf. Opinion on dabbing? No strong opinions on dabbing. We're going to poison this thing. Oh, come on. That blows. All right, we're going to flip turn here. All right, at least that turned out well. We can go... That flip turn did a lot after that Intimidate. Yeah, that indicates... Oh, no, that indicates, like, max HP Lando. We can go into ours and just defog here. Seems fine. We'll probably outspeed this. We'll see. Okay, we get taunted. We can go Pharaoh here to at least damage this thing on the U-turn. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't see that coming. We're probably going to get taunted again, so we can at least Power Whip for some damage. And I'm honestly down to Power Whip again, because it's probably just going to bring in Heatran, which allows us a free Allo flip turn. This is why Allo's so good. It's just free so often. We're going to poison this thing. Substitute. That's not good. Let's flip turn here. Scale Shot. Okay. It was afraid of our Weavile having the sauce, so that's good. But yeah, that's annoying. We can go Lando here, EQ. I mean, their grounds are getting chipped, which is good, but the game as a whole, I'm not sure how well that's going. Okay, but now I think Allo can break with a flip turn. Break sub. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Allo's the play here. 1,000,000%. I do want to keep Lando around. It looks really good here. Not loving the 5 hit there. Scale shot and the critical hit on 1 is kind of annoying, but 5 is doing. So yeah, we can't flip turn out. We'll take too much. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, this is perfect. This is really good. I mean, the Rocky. It's gonna do a lot. I don't want to really eat that, but I think we have to eat that. Because Landorus here is important. Yep. Landorus here is just too important. Keeping this healthy is just means a lot. I'm going to go Allo for the regen on the taunt. Fair enough. I think Lecky can tank one here, right? Yeah, Lecky can tank one here. I'd love to pursuit trap this with Weavile. That'd be great. Let's go Lecky. And I think you either Shadow Ball or go Garchomp here, so let's bring in Weavile. I think either way, you Shadow Ball or you go Garchomp. Okay, fine. What do we do here? I think I'm going to knock. Okay, we got it. We got it. Correct. Gold dead. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's great. We keep Weavile. Gold is dead. Yeah, by the sauce, I meant triple axle. By the way. Bro, don't you die? Like, low-key? No, you don't die. Well, hold on. You're a Scarf Heatran. Bro, you, like, die here. Hold on. No, it's a fat Heatran for some reason. Good heavens. Okay. How can Allo do here? Scarf Heatran, what is this? Like, I really don't want Allo to die. Will it die here? Magma Storm damage plus residual plus EP. It's gonna come in about 50. Head calcs are telling me we're fine. Head calcs were wrong. We were not fine. I'm gonna go Zard here. Let's Scorching. Okay, unfortunately we didn't get the burn. Would have been nice to get that, obviously, but I guess you can't really complain about that. I'm gonna go just hard Pharaoh here. Looks good. And let's Power Whip. Okay, good. Please hit Pharaoh. Yes! Good stuff, Pharaoh. Okay, we are actually looking really good with Lecky now. Like, Lecky is now a very, very legitimate threat, which is fantastic to see. Yeah, it's beautiful to see. We could sack Zard. I think that's the move. I think sacking Zard is the move here. You know, I like sacking Zard, going Mola tact, and then just like flip turning. Seems good. But I do really want to defog with Lando. That'd be epic if we could get that off, because Weavile looks really good if we can get that happening. Just trying to think before I do this. Yeah, I think sacking Zard is the move, sadly. Yeah, there's the Eruption, which is not very powerful, but I guess they didn't really have a lot of great choices there. I'm going to go Mola, and I actually think we just flip turn here in case they switch this turn. Okay, it's just going to be an EP, fine. It's Lando defog time, absolutely. It's like fast for some reason. What is this? All right, we can go Mola. How did it take so little from Weavile then, is what I'm wondering. Like, this seems like an impossible Heatran. Like, it seems like it has HP investment and speed and special attack. So, like, what, like, how? How are you all of those things? I'm so confused, but all right, let's sack. That's fine, and we can... I think we just go Mola. I don't know how... this Heatran is so confusing. I feel like it has... Yeah, I don't know. Because it took so little from Weavile. Like, it has HP investment. Oh no, it's just not speedy. That's what it is. Okay, I'm being dramatic. Actually, no, hold up. Better play. We wish here. Can't believe I've missed this. Do I not just flip turn? Can Lecky live a Terapagos hit is a good question. It can, that's awesome. So then yeah, we do that. Flip turn, beautiful. Lecky comes in, gets to like a billion because it's a Lecky, right? We just rapid spin here, I think. Yeah, rapid spin into Volt Switch looks pretty good. Oh no, hold on. It's the other form. So Calc was lying to us because it forgot that we were not the really good form. So we're just gonna Volt Switch here into Landorus. And it spun, that's not good. I was hoping it would not do that, but it did, regrettably. Okay, we can Toxic here though. Oh, that is a really bulky Terapagos. I think after a Mola regen, are we living? I think we should. We do have to sack Weavile here. Yeah, based on that damage, we should survive here, unless we get, like, crazy rolled. Yeah, we don't get crazy rolled. Cool. Alright. Moment of truth, I guess. Okay, booster speed, we're pretty happy to see that. Hopefully we don't get encored here, but otherwise we should be good for the victory. Flip turn. Lecky comes in, goes for the Giga Chad Volt Switch. Mola comes in. We just flip turn here. Lecky comes in again. Another Giga Chad Volt Switch. And this Heatran... Yeah, based on the way it took hits, it's gotta be slow. Yeah, we got it. Lecky, guys, Lecky has done it again. Come on, like the stream for that. What is this? Why is Lecky doing all this? That was honestly incredible to see. That was incredible to see. There were some mistakes on my part that game. I was really confused by that Heatran. But I think mostly we played that pretty clean. That was crazy. That was crazy. Lecky's been putting in the work, guys. It really has. Okay, and now we're facing this, but we have Pursuit, so that's good. But this is not going to be fun, I don't think. I fear this will not be a fun time. Landorus can kind of get a kill, though, which is great. I don't really know how to start against a team like this. Pex is kind of an issue, but not all that bad. Yeah, this is weird. I honestly don't really know what to... I feel like we should win this matchup. I feel like our team's pretty anti-stall. If Pokemon were real, would you eat them? Which ones do you think would taste good? I mean, Alchemy looks delicious. Like, looks like the best ice cream you've ever had. Can Lecky one-shot a Toxapex with Electro Ball? Oh my god. It can still do that? I thought surely it can't do that anymore. Okay, I guess it does. So we're going to start with that. Okay, cool. Let's Volt Switch. I honestly don't think they have the balls to go Claws are here. I really don't think they do. Okay, they had him. We're going to go Pharaoh, though. I feel like they hate rocks a lot more than we hate rocks. Okay, I'm totally cool with T-Wave here. They had Heat Wave. I did not see that coming. Fortunately, we are alive. I'm shocked that we're alive, but we are, so that's good. Let's wish. Let's get our Pharaoh happy and healthy again. Can we live Apex Scald? Can we live Apex Knockoff? We can live both, so we're going to wish here is definitely a plan. I did not see it having that. I really did not. I'm actually going to click Toxic here because I think Shedinja's going to come in to block the flip turn. I feel it in my bones, guys. Please hit. Yes! Shedinja, I hate you so much, and I'm so glad to see you die. Whew. Great moment. Great moment, guys. Okay. This is kind of an awkward situation, though, here, because we really don't want to get poisoned. I think I go hard Lando, and I think I SD here is the move. How much? Can we, like, one-shot a Corviknight? With Z Fly to the max? Pretty good chance. Let's go for that. Okay, I'm going to SD again, and then we're going to Z Fly and drop a big nuke on something. Like, because, like, what's this thing going to do? Like, Icy Wind me? Come on. Actually, I don't even think, like, even, like, a Z Fly. Yeah, like, nothing is going to kill this Landorus, so I'm so down to SD up fully. We can actually go for a regular Fly first, which is nice here. Okay, they just forfeit. GG. We take those. Honestly, I think we had a pretty solid matchup here anyway. Icy Wind? ICMZ? You were an ICMZ Tornadus? No way. Or Flyinium. Because my Lando is EV to live a Flyinium easily. Like max attack, Supersonic Sky Strike, this is Spadaf Lando. Rather not reveal set. Whatever. Nah, Lando is Spadaf. So, I lived that. GG. Yep, super dominant win, partly because of luck, but yeah, I think we did have a really good matchup that game. I don't think we would have lost that one unless we got pretty bad luck. Pharaoh almost getting killed, like Pharaoh was a big deal there, but otherwise not that bad. The Torn being offensive Z is scary. I actually wonder if Charizard can live that. Probably not, it's looking like. Actually, no. It's looking like we can. Let's say Hurricane. Because I feel like probably most of the offensive Z ones are Hurricane. Supersonic, but not our Fat Zard. Our Fat Zard lives that. Oh, that's Life Orb Supersonic Sky Strike, yeah. No, we easily actually eat that. That's hilarious. Dude, Fat Zard. New meta. I'm saying. Pink across. You're forced to make one Showdown user allowed to use Terra and Nactex permanently besides yourself. Who do you grant this power? I mean, that's going to ruin the ladder, pretty much, because one person's just going to have a huge advantage. So I think the power would be best gone to someone who is not going to play. So I'm going to pick an account that's like been dead for 10 years and hope they never come on and check and realize they have this advantage. So this team loses to Weavile, like full on, pretty much. So that's good. Landorus with Flyinium also pretty much gets a kill. I think I just want to lead with Landorus and get a kill with Z-Fly, because that looks pretty free here. There's a chance... Actually, no. Specs Lele doesn't kill us here. Yeah, this Charizard's just going to drop immediately, I'm pretty sure. I don't think this ever lives. Yep, there you go. If it was Fat Zard, I think it could have lived. Let's check. Fat Zard probably would have lived. Just saying. Okay. This Victini can kill with Band, so we're just going to go Mola. Okay, Z celebrate. Can store power kill here? No. So we are going to protect once to stall a psychic terrain turn, and then we're going to toxic. And if we don't hit, we're in real trouble. We hit. Beautiful. All right, we're going to protect here. I think we just go Lando here, because that'll weaken stored power. And we probably sack the Lando. Does Mola die to a stored power now? Probably still, yeah. How about our Fat Zard? We could bring that in for a round. But I think Fat Zard looks so good here, I kind of want to save it. But then what's the sack? I feel like Lecky. Like, as much as I'd theoretically like to keep around Lecky in case, like, a Lele gets out of hand, I think we just... I think Lecky is absolutely the sack here, to be totally honest. Is there any chance Lecky could live an attack here? Probably not, right? No, we're dying to everything. We could go Pharaoh, but, like, it looks so good against the remaining team. Yeah, I think Lando, Lecky are the two we drop. It makes too much sense. So I'm going to let Lando go here. Yeah, it's going to go, and then we're going to go Mola, we're going to Tect, and then we're going to switch into Lecky. And maybe if they decide to click Focus Blast for some reason, or they, like, miss something, maybe Lecky will live. But, yeah, adios, Lecky, you did good. I definitely understand if anyone's upset to see Lecky go, but I think that was the right play. I like Zard here. I'm going to go for just the Weather Ball. We'll see what this wants to do. Size Shock. Okay, that is Life Orb. You don't see that every day. But okay, we're going to live that, which we would have outsped, but we wouldn't have killed. So that left us in kind of a weird spot where because we were Fat Zard, we won the 1v1, where otherwise we would have hit first but not won it. This Fat Zard has been incredible. It's actually been so good. I'm really happy the Showdown calc was like, make this thing bulky for some reason. Fat Zard really should be the meta. This guy is, or this girl, this gal, this big gal is taking all the hits. I don't mean, maybe they're not a user. Okay, if I have to give it to an active user, I'll give it to just like the absolute worst player on the ladder. Someone who's been like playing for 5 years but just can't seem to get it right. So I don't have to deal with them. And all the people that like play seriously don't have to deal with them. Okay, we're facing a Treads and Tinglu and King Gambit and Dragonite. I dare say it's not Lecky's game, but that's okay because we've got other Pokemon. I do really like Zard Y here. I think I just want to start with that. Yeah, I'm totally down to click Solar Beam here. Good question from Alo. Pink Across, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, or does playing Pokemon scare them off? I mean, it's not something I really advertise, but most of the people that I talk to about Pokemon think it's cool, and, you know, they think it's nice. I don't really, like, it's not the first thing I talk about when I introduce myself. I've had 2 reasonably long-term relationships in the past, like, what, 4 years? And both of them were aware of it and didn't mind. And they were women, by the way. Yeah, I am fully straight, but not that there's anything wrong with it, of course. You know, you do you. But yeah, I'm glad to see that D-Knight didn't sub there. Dude, sometimes they just sub and start scale shotting and there's nothing you can do about it. It's the worst feeling in the world, but okay, that's awesome. But well, yeah, where was I going? Yeah, you gotta be yourself. If you like Pokemon, say, you know, just be honest about that. Like, if someone has a problem with you playing a video game that you really enjoy, like, do you really want to be with that person long term? Do you really think that's going to work out? Probably not, right? So just, yeah, be yourself. Be yourself, be honest about what you like, and that'll go best for you. Yeah, we're going to just do this sequence. Okay, they're going for this. They're going for this thing. They're doing the hazard stack angle. I think we're low-key fine with that. Like, Zard's gonna die, and Weavile's gonna have a tough time coming in. But I don't know. We'll see. Land King Gambit worries me a bit. We might have to go low kick on Weavile. We might have to go low kick on Weavile. Yeah, I am concerned that this thing's just going to start like well, no, it definitely is just going to start hazard stacking like crazy, which is not great. But well, hold on, we can just, what am I saying? We have a defog Landorus. We can at any point just shut this down. I've never been recognized by anyone in public. I've met a few people that do play, you know, Pokemon. I've been like, you watch any YouTubers by any chance? I would love to get recognized. Like if someone's like, yeah, like I watch Pinkross, I'd be like, oh, seems like a cool guy. Yeah, I would absolutely love to be recognized, but it has not happened yet, and I kind of doubt it will. Let's check that Molacalc there. Flip turn doing 8%. So this is a fat one. This is a really fat Petron for it to do 8%. I think this is probably bold max or pretty near it. Yeah, that's pretty close. So with that in mind, with it being that speed, how much is Regieleki doing is a good thing to check. Electro Ball doing decent damage, but not quite enough. I'd really love to paralyze something. I think just going Pharaoh and clicking Leech Seed looks pretty devastating for now, though. Does Lecky outspeed +2 Adamant? That's a great question. If it does, it's an actual hero for that. Surely not, though. Oh my gosh, it does. Not Jolly, though, right? Not Jolly, but Adamant +2 we actually outpace, which is insane. That's a nice moment. We're going to just rock up here because this thing's going to spin, and then we can just Leech Seed again. Yeah, I kind of want to... I think we have to go hard Gambit on this. I'd like to paralyze it, but I'm worried it'll Swords Dance. You shouldn't Swords Dance, though. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with our decision, because you really shouldn't Swords Dance in that situation. All right, we're going to absolutely just hit this thing with the Supersonic Sky Strike. And I'm pretty sure I changed this Lando set to be faster at some point. Okay, that's irritating. It's DD Roost. That does mean Olo farms it, so that's good. Let's defog here, and then we can just go Olo. Yeah, we're going to flip turn here. There's no way. You actually stayed in? What are you? You're insane for that. Okay, Weavile here. Extreme speed doesn't... We could go Weavile and actually hit it with the Oopsie Daisy Pursuit, which would be hilarious. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to Ice Shard. Yeah. Dang. I tried to be cool, but I got gamed on. I'm going to go hard Landorus here. I do not want to deal with this thing Swords Dancing. Okay, it didn't. That's good. Let's go Pharaoh. I feel like Leech Seed here looks really solid. Okay, wow. Let's Leech here, I guess. Okay, that's not good. Let's rock up. Steel Beam. That was quite the play. I don't know why you let that go. All right. How much is Landorus taking from a +1 sucker here? Chance to die. I think we have to go into it hard in EQ. With Para and the 31% chance to kill, we're looking pretty good, and we do survive. We do not get the kill, though. That's kind of alarming. How much is the Weavile Ice Shard doing? Not quite killing. I think we have to go Pharaoh here. I think that should put it into range. Actually, I could have maybe Olo flip turned. No, that wouldn't have quite done it. Yeah, we needed to do this. Oh, they switched. Why did you switch? You could have just outsped and killed me, but okay, I'm super happy with that. We get to keep our Pharaoh alive and the King Gambit's done. Gary, more Fizdef Lando, low kick Weave. All potential options. Maybe body press Pharaoh. Body press. I've really been liking T-Wave, but we might have to go body press. You got to deal with King Gambit. You can't be getting farmed by King Gambit. Hard Olo. Let's go Pharaoh. Let's click Leech. I'm gonna Power Whip here. Okay, all right. Let's T-Wave this. All right, fine, fair enough. Okay, they go into D-Knight. All right. They might have wanted that. They may have wanted that, actually, because now... I'm gonna go hard into Lecky now. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go hard Lecky. Because I want to spin. Okay, fly? I don't know what you are, buddy. You've got me confused now. But okay, it got paralyzed. We can Electro Ball this. Oh, Petron, yeah, you're not taking that too well. We can Electro Ball again. I'm gonna Electro Ball. Yeah, we get suckered, that's fine, because then we can just go into the Mola and flip turn. Into... Actually, we probably go Lando, sack, and then back into Mola. Because we can just win now in very few turns. We're going to sack Lando here. We go back, and did it get paralyzed? Yeah, it got paralyzed. Kind of bad luck, and now we can just win with Ice Shard. So we outplayed the Gambit, but they kind of also really misplayed the Gambit, so... I don't know, this is the thing. I'm worried we're getting carried by facing bad opponents, and the team's not actually good, but... Pink Across, can you nickname Olomomola after Olo? Because I'm so cool and awesome and amazing. You know what, Olo? I feel like I recognize a lot of your comments, so sure. We'll give it a little nickname for you. Yeah, I've honestly been kind of impressed with Lecky, though. Like, it's sort of doing stuff, which is wild. But yeah, our opponent there was kind of just donating Pokemon. They really were. They were like, hey, you want one? I'm like, yes. Here. It's yours, my friend. Yeah, what am I running on this Lando exactly? Okay. Yeah, this was to live like Zard hits on my other team. Killer Fish asking how these players are at 1700s. Natex is a less competitive ladder. But I gotta say, I'm used to more competition than this in 1700s. These have been really weird plays. This is my least favorite team ever we're facing, so let's see if we can beat it this time. I hate this team with a burning passion. It is so irritating, and I always lose to it. So let's see if we... Although Fat Zard looks like exactly what the doctor ordered against this team. I'm going to start with Zard. I don't know what to do against this team, guys. Honestly, it's so tough. Like, I actually just get farmed by this squad every time I see it. But, well, at the same time, every time I face this, I've had a terrible matchup. And this team does seem to me like a complete matchup fish. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. I'm going to go Pharaoh here. Okay, yeah, we get T-Wave. That's fine. I'm going to get up rocks. If Kyurem comes in, we go hard Weavile. Okay, Palmot's going to come in. I feel like that's not that big of an issue. I don't really know what you're doing with that. I'm going to go Lando. Okay, cool. We can go Weavile here. And we can just knock. Like, we have a lot of PP. We can do this. That's a little concerning. How is Fat Zard doing with these hits? It's Icicle Spear. Let's just say it's max to be... Well, that knockoff did not do a lot. So this Curum's got to be pretty darn fat. Even fatter than that to take that little. This is like a bold max Curum. So I think we can go Zard. Okay, we'll go Scorching Sands here. I think that breaks. Most of the time, it does. The Weather Ball again here. Oh, we got it. Okay, now, it will get Revival Blessinged, but we got it once, which is nice. Okay, the Ditto, we are absolutely, totally fine to Weather Ball this guy. Let it take some damage. Let's do it again. I think a death is good because the Palmot only has so many revivals. Like it'll do a couple, but it can't go forever. I think it is Volts Absorb, which makes sense, but it is annoying. I'm gonna go Lando here and start dancing, I think. Okay, we do see the bulk up. I'm gonna go hard Lecky on this. That makes sense. It's this set. What do we do about this? This is tough. Can Weavile break and knock? Yes, let's go Weavile. I think getting rid of this thing's leftovers is a start. Okay, it just Brave Birds. All right, it takes Weavile. I think that's a fine trade, honestly. I'm going to Terra Blast the incoming Palmot because super obvious. Okay, we get a very nice critical hit. We're going to Terra Blast again, obviously. Okay, we kill it. We win. Yeah, we definitely. I think surely we win at this point. But we'll see. Actually, this thing. Oh, it's going to be the Cosmic Power nonsense. I think we can beat this if we go Lando and SD up. I think we can boost up quicker than they can do this the cheese. How much is stored power doing? Not much. That's EQ now. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, we're good. Cool. That's beautiful to see. If they Cosmic Power again, then we can Z-Fly and kill them. So they have to keep spamming Recover. And even with their BS pressure, they're not outstalling EQs. Is this worth it? Yeah, it's stored power cheese. Cress, I think, is Lunar Dance support. Because this will get Lunar Danced its PP back, so that's what we have to be wary of here. I think we go Lecky here is the right play. And then we Electro Ball, I believe. Okay, that is Scarf. I'm certain of it. Let's go Zard. I think it's going to be our best thing to do damage to this Dio. Yeah, that's good damage. That'll take out a couple recover. Okay, all right, it's going to be one of those. Well, it's got to have stored power last. So I'm going to go and Intoxic this thing. And if it's okay, it's Taunt. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to EQ. This is tough. But Nightshade, can we not just PP stall Nightshades with Olo forever? I feel like we kind of can. I think we actually can just easily PP stall this, so that's going to be the plan. Because we can also work on PP stalling its taunts as well. It's probably not going to be the way we do it, but we can start. Yeah. Fish for critical hits as well is not a terrible play. Let's try to T-wave this thing. Okay, we do. Like, we're going to get taunted, but you can't infinitely taunt. Like, this set is actually nonsense. I'm going to tech tier to stall a taunt, and then we'll toxic. Yeah, okay, we got it. See, that easy. Absolute clown. GG. I am so glad to beat this team. I hate this team with a burning passion. Like, this team is so annoying, dude. It's just like a bunch of cheesy pressure setup Pokemon, and oh my god, I hate it. Yeah, but it is really good to know this set. It is really good to know this set. Yeah, we're 7-0 right now. Let me zoom in on this so you guys can see. Look at that. Look at that record. That's where we're at right now. Pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. But yeah, this team, I hate this team so much. It's good to know that this is its set and it's not stored power, because that's going to make this a lot easier to deal with in the future. Yeah. Juice Par, thank you for the $10. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh my god, I hate this team. I hate this team with a burning, burning passion. I really do. It's just so irritating. Yeah, the Corv set, that's tough too. I think the right way to beat that Corv set is probably just like chip down the substitute with like enough flip turns, I guess, and then you can get in Lecky. Well, actually, because, oh, no, we're fine again, because it does not protect, so we can actually just Lecky and like spam E-ball. Yeah, justice was served. This team deserves to lose more than it does. Whew. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, we're facing the big dog. They fell off, but like well, actually, no, they haven't fallen off. This is the Nat Dex player. They were like over 100 elo above everybody on the ladder for a long while. So if we can get a win here, that'd be hype. I do like to see Tusk as their only immunity to Lecky. Obviously does not love taking a Terra Blast. I don't love the matchup as a whole. I'm a little worried about it. I do kind of, it's hard to say. It's hard. It's an awkward matchup though. I think I like Allo lead here. I'm just going to try to poison something. If they go into Venu, we can swap in Pharaoh and T-Wave the Venu, which is nice here. But yeah, I think I just want to start off with a poison. Actually, no, let's just flip. Because I don't want this thing to nasty plot, and then I have to sack something to fly an EMZ. Okay, so it is just a Venu right off the bat. Which is fine. That's fine. I like Pharaoh here. And I think I want to throw off a T-Wave immediately, because that really cripples the Tornadus. And if the Venusaur's hidden Power Fire, I'd rather T-Wave than set up rocks. We get the Torn, please. We do get the Torn. Beautiful. I'm going to go Allo again. Okay, we do see the nasty plot revealed. Obviously, that's not good news. That's not good. I'm going to tech tier to try to sponge the Z. We do successfully sponge the Z. That's incredible news. And I'm now going to go Lecky, because surely you click Flying Move again. We get left at incredibly low health. I'm going to Volt Switch here. Tusk comes in, fair enough. We can go Allo. We can potentially wish up Lecky later. Getting that situation dealt with is beautiful. I'm going to go Pharaoh here. And we're going to rock up. We can go Allo now and just flip turn. I really want to wish here. And I'm going to flip turn. I think healing up Lecky is absolutely worth this. And I think Pharaoh switch here is nice. That covers Venu staying in and the swap to Tusk. Okay, we're going to T-Wave. Solid. I'm going to Power Whip. Power up again. I'm going to go into Zard here. Okay, sick. Let's... Let's Weather Ball. Allo comes in, makes sense. Allo took rocks there, right? Yeah, this is an AV Mola, I'm pretty sure. So we don't want to handle that. Yeah, solar beaming here would be a mistake. That I think for a Mola to take that little from Weather Ball, it has to be Assault Vest. I don't even think Max Spadaf. Yeah, not even max Spadaf can get you that. So it's guaranteed to be AV. So I think the right play is our own Olo here. We can tect to just stall some turns, make it easier for us to have Sun when we come on in again. I'm gonna flip turn here and we'll go into Pharaoh. We can throw off a couple power whips here. Yeah, it makes sense that they do that. I'm gonna whip again. Yeah, I figured you'd Giga Drain there. I'm gonna do it again. Go for another. Okay, they got the synthesis off. Fair enough. We're eventually going to have to bring it in and just risk it. I think we go Zard here again. I'm going to Scorching Sands this time. Okay, we get the burn immediately, which is pretty lucky. To be honest, that's pretty lucky. I'm going to Solar Beam here because I don't think you ever Mirror Coat. I think you always, yeah, just flip turn. And then we can live this because we're fat, and I don't think they expect us to be able... Never mind, it's Banded Tar. Okay. Banded T-Tar, we do not live those. Not ever. But the good news is that T-Tar being banded, that means we can go Weavile here and we can click Icicle Crash. And I think something is just going to hate that. Well, Corv's actually going to survive, so that's not so good. But the Tusk cannot be healed up by Wish. That is good information. Crash and down goes the Mola. So that's an obstacle we don't have to deal with again, which is obviously nice. You're not Scarf. I'm clicking Icicle Crash. You are Scarf. Please hit Weavile. This would be such a huge hit for Lecky. That's a beautiful hit. That is a huge hit. That is absolutely massive, guys, to get that off. But it was a Scarf Tusk, which is unbelievable. You never see that. Landorus is also looking amazing at this point, and if we set up rocks again, those are here to stay. Those are here to stay. I think Olo here, because Corv's going to come in, we can Wish up, and then we can just go Pharaoh when the Venu comes in and get up our rocks again, and they will be unable to be removed. Okay, yeah, we just flip turn here. We can get Weavile healed up, which is nice. Yeah, I think we just go Weavile, and do we knock here? It's an offensive Torrent. No, we have to Crash. We'll Crash here. Crash is, like, just really good. Torn goes down, makes sense. No reason not to just click Crash. This is kind of our best chance to take it out. I mean, okay, that's really, okay, that was bad. That was bad. That was really bad. That was real bad. Yikes. Wow. Well, let's go for it again. I think we need to, like, flinch. We just don't get it. Okay, that sucked. I'm going to be honest. That sucked. Let's SD here. It's ID. This is worst case scenario, unfortunately, guys. This is worst case scenario we're in. Weavile missed the crucial move, and we're staring down a Corv. I'm going to just go for this here. T-Tar might come in here. I can just go Olo. Is fine. I think I have a new plan, which is... Oh, no, we got critical hit. Dude, what? Oh, that's tragic, man. We are just getting... Because we could have stalled this thing's Earth powers out, but now we can't do that. That critical hit was an absolute disaster. We did not deserve that. The RNG has been off the charts to make this game what it is. That's terrible. We can go Lecky here and try to get some nonsense going with Lecky. That's terrible. That critical hit, like, we were actually looking good until that happened, of course. We're going to go Pharaoh here, probably on the close combat, but, I mean, we have no other play. I'm going to go hard Lando. Okay, at least that's going our way. I'm gonna go lucky here. I'm gonna volt switch again. Okay, we get the Venu in. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna go lucky again. I'm gonna make the play. Or do we... Let's SD here. Okay. I think you go Corviknight right now. Well, hold on. Okay, we didn't get the core, but we kill... We go Pharaoh here every time. We go Pharaoh here every time. But yeah. Okay, guys, this is doable again. Come on. I think this is doable. I think we win this. We're going to rock up here. We're going to... How much is Lucky taking from a body press? Not likely to get two-shot. We're going to T-wave here. We're going to rock up. We got to go Lucky here and hope we don't die. Come on! We got... Guys, we just got high rolled. Unbelievable. We just got high rolled on the Lucky to lose the game. Oh my god. All that RNG and through the para. We got so much bad RNG that game. Thank you, Olo, for the donation. I really appreciate the 10. Very, very kind. Thank you for the donation. That's absolute disaster. We did not. We deserve to win this game a million times over. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That's tragic. We got so much bad luck. We absolutely should have gotten a win here. We absolutely should have gotten a win here. Unbelievably bad fortune put us in this spot, and we should not have been here. I think we deserve a critical hit with this Lando, and we deserve to win this. That's absolutely what we deserve, is a critical hit right here. We absolutely deserve a critical hit here. Yeah, this was unbelievable. I just don't know what to say. Yeah, that was so tragic. It was hacks upon hacks upon hacks that made us lose this. And we're like fishing for crits and we're not even getting that either. I can't. That sucked, dude. That just sucked. Like, we got hacked so badly that game on so many occasions. Like, that was tragic. Lecky should have won that. Like, all we needed was it to either not get the roll or get paralyzed. That's all we needed. But yeah, it was, I think, yeah, hacks into hacks into hacks. That was really unfortunate. But the team performed well, honestly, and had I known the Zard Y set, we could have... So, realistically, team performed really well, but yeah, we just got such bad luck. You can't do anything about luck at that level. All right. Sableye. All right, I'm thinking it's just going to be a Sableye lead, so I want to lead with Zard. I imagine they want to block hazards at all costs. Yeah, that last game, dude, that was... We could have gotten a critical hit on Fly, too. That would have done it. Like, I think our odds of losing that game from all the bad RNG we got was, like, very low. Probably we had, like, an 80% chance to win or something like that. Yeah, that guy's, like, the absolute king of Natdex ladder, and we would have won if we just didn't get totally screwed over time and time again. Sucks. Well, it happens. All right, we're going to rock up here immediately. Knock is fine. We don't really care about that. We're going to leech up. We're going to rock again. This is what we do. We go Zard here for sure. Always Zard. Yeah, I'm just going to Weather Ball. Okay, that took a ton. You're going to die to a Scorching Sands, but... Okay, cool. I'm going to go Hard Weavile. Soft Boiled. Let's Pursuit. Okay, we're going to get a nice meaty Pursuit off there. Yeah, I figured Gliscor would come in. Not a whole lot I could do about that, unfortunately. Do we hit the Gliscor with an attack? We have not hit it with an attack, so we don't know if it's Fizz Def or whatever yet, which is unfortunate. But actually, you know what I should have done? Oh, I couldn't have gone into Weavile. I could have pursued a Dozo. Would have been kind of funny, but probably not the play. Terra Blast is Lecky's best way to hit ground types. That's why we're running it. I'm gonna leech one. I'm gonna rock once, and then we'll power whip. Okay, that power whip indicates Spadef, unfortunately. Actually, it did 28. So hold up. No, okay. Okay, that power whip actually indicates that probably is a defensive one. Yeah, I was going to say, you never stay in there again. Yeah, that's a defensive score, which is good news for us. We go Zard here every time. That chance, how much is that taking from Weather Ball? We actually kind of rolled this team with Weather Ball, so I'm just going to click that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And this Gliscor, I think, is dying in one hit if it's defensive. Yep. This Chansey, I'm pretty sure, gets two-shot. Beautiful. Look at our modest Zard go. Look at it go. Look at it do its thing. Okay, we do need to switch out of this, though. We can't handle that. T-Spike is not ideal. I will admit. That is not ideal. But it's manageable. Power Whip. Okay, we can go Zard on this, though. That's the great thing. Let's Scorching Sands the incoming Pex. Beautiful. Let's Scorching Sands again. Actually, Weather Ball's gonna do it based on the previous calcs. Let's Weather Ball. Well, okay, let me not be hasty. Okay, we were hasty, but they just clicked Scald, so we didn't get punished. Never punished. This is going amazing. This game is going rather well. I'm pleased. I am pleased with how this whole bit. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, it's a few too many hazards for my taste. Even my taste, I must admit. Lecky here, though, can come in and do a ton. Let's go Lecky, and then we can Electro Ball this guy. Beautiful. And then we can Rapid Spin. Actually, no. We don't do that. Yeah. Rapid Spin there would have been a choke. Rapid Spin there would have been a choke. There was no reason to risk it because we just could have keep clicking back and forth and back and forth. So glad I fixed that error before we got hard punished for it. And they're going to forfeit because... And that was guys, that was a high ladder stall player there. Just getting smoked by the Lecky. You guys have to like the stream for that. Come on. We faced 2 stall teams and destroyed them. Come on. You gotta like the stream for that. That's great. That's beautiful. 6-0. 6-0, and Lecky won the game by Electro Balling a frickin' Mega Sableye. The Electro Ball, I gotta say, it's still good. The Electro Ball is still good. It still hits. It's still epic. That's incredible. I absolutely love to see that. We are 8-1, and the 1 loss is due to pretty bad RNG. Okay, we're facing some cheese, I guess. I don't really know what this is. Kiddos, they absolutely did hacks. It wasn't the hacks like, oh, they froze and something died, but it was a triple axle on Weavile, missing the Venu into breaking through Para and hitting Sludge Bomb. And it was a really important roll against Lecky that were very significant. It was definitely, and I got no good luck on them. So yeah, I very much RNG did lose me that game. So I have no idea what you're talking about there. Anyway, though, let's lock back in on this. Let's lock back in on this. The one ground type being Nidoking is surmountable, which is good. I do like Zard this game quite a bit. I love Landorus. Landorus looks amazing. I think I'd like to try to like pop the Venu with it by surprise if I can. Rocks look great as well. It's just hard to know like what to start with. I think I want to preserve Zard for the Scizor, so I think let's lead But then let's lead Mola. Okay, that worked out fine. I'll just flip turn here. If we get Wisped, that's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Was that Peck Spadef? No, that was a Fizdef Peck. Spadef probably would have had us in a dire state that game. And we get hit immediately with the Life Orb Wild Charge. You don't see that every day, but Extreme Speed doesn't kill us, so I'm feeling fine to just click Knockoff here. But wow, that's a unique set. Pursuit does not kill, so we can't go for that. Okay, they're just okay. We get critical hit, but fortunately not high roll critical. Actually, that was pretty high roll, but it's fine. We don't die, so that's all that matters. It would have been nice to be able to live a rock sentry, but it's okay. Okay, knockoff here actually does not do much. This puts us in a bit of a scary spot. It's probably Fiery MZ. I'm gonna go hard Mola. And I'm gonna Toxic. Okay, that went well. If we hit. We hit. Good. I'm gonna Text. So they try to CC. CC here will one-shot us like it's nothing. I really don't want to let Landorus die, but I fear that may be our best choice here. How much can Lando allow Mola to come in and tank a hit if we go Lando? Let's look at this. Lando comes in, Blaziken gets to -1, Allo can then survive a hit. So I think Lando double Allo is probably the play. Okay, they just went for the Inferno Overdrive, which absolutely will obliterate us, and down we go. But, yo, what? Did I miscalc that? Oh, I guess Lando switching in automatically applied one. That's annoying. Well, okay, now we know. But okay, it's fine. We can sack Weavile and then go back and Allo and Tech. Not a great outcome, not what I was hoping for, but I think we still have a pretty good shot to win the game. Okay, we're not dying to that. I'm gonna flip turn here. Okay, they stay in. I just don't know. I don't know what the heck this thing's going to do. But let's go Zard. We can Mega Evolve and Scorching Sands here. Hopefully not get hit by any nonsense move. Good. Yawn is fine. We can handle Yawn. I can live with that. Thunderbolt. Will that kill us? I don't think so, based on these calcs. Okay, Venusaur. Yeah, probably should have seen that one coming, honestly, but it's fine. We can flip. Well, it might be Solar Beam. I don't think we can risk it. I'm gonna flip turn here. We can Volts. We can spin and then go Zard. Would do it. I think that has to be the play. We're gonna go Mola here on the Flamethrower. Okay, yes. Yes, sir. Okay, I think I have an epic gamer play to win this. I think I have an epic gamer play to win this. Okay, they rocked. So cringe, they say. Okay. They find us cringe. BW original, man. Black and white original? Okay. All right. It's bro. Why are you Sash? What are we doing? If it's Sash, can a 2-shot Olo? Maybe, depends on the set. I'm going to say it's not T-Bolt, so I think we sack Pharaoh as the play. I'm going to rock here. Okay, I figured they go for something like that. I'm going to go Mola here. 42. That's Wish. Okay, good. We can flip turn here. Please don't be like the fastest Mega Scizor ever. We beat the angry, complaining, annoying guy. Heck yeah. It's over. He thinks I'm cringe. How will I recover? I don't know. Okay. I'm pretty proud of that endgame. I made some mistakes. The Blaziken was scary, but we got through it. But yeah, I think the main mistake was just giving Blaziken that setup opportunity. Like, there were so many ways I could have finished off Arcanine, but I was like, whoa, let's... Like, I really should have just gone like Landorus and then back into Mola, but I was like, no, let's finish this off with Weavile. That was completely a habit play because clicking Band to knockoff is usually so good. That was mistake. So let's just, for the sake of your own education here. Here's what would have been a great play here. Because what I did, I flip turned, I was like, oh, okay. I went into Weavile immediately. And then we lost, half our team to Blaziken. Not a good a play. This was a habit play. I thought too quickly. I was like, oh, Banded knockoff, always good. It's an offensive team. Nothing will resist it. When there was a very likely Z Blaziken in the back. So what I should have done here was think, okay, what is my opponent going to do? Well, and let me go back. Well, after I flip turned here, what I think the right play would have been is probably maybe a Pharaoh could have been fun to bait another hit. Yeah, meanwhile, I have Regieleki and they tell me to be original. Yeah. But yeah, Zard here. I'm trying to think here. What's the right way to think about this? What's the right play? Because this was the mistake turn for sure. I think the right play here was just go Landorus and click Earthquake. Like, that was unresisted and it didn't give the Blaziken an entry opportunity. So, yeah, you guys can learn from my mistake there. Bring in Weavile and look how much of a disaster this was. Weavile comes in and we got a Toxic, risk a Toxic miss, sack the Landorus, which looks so great, sack another Pokemon. Yeah, disastrous. So that was a huge mistake on my part. Don't habit play, think through turns, or you'll end up like me, having to maneuver like crazy in a game. Also, I want to shout out Regieleki here for a moment. This dude, we won the game entirely because Regieleki outsped a Venusaur in Sun and clicked Rapid Spin. And that's incredible. I don't think it could have outsped. Yeah, it wouldn't have outsped a timid one, but we outsped this because it was a modest Venu and it was able to Rapid Spin. We lost immediately if this wasn't that. And that was just great. And then the Zard, oh, dude. Incredible stuff. Being able to, I mean, yeah, that was a heck of an end game. It really was. Okay, I think that's just a fantastic stopping point. That's 10 games. We went, check this out, guys. Regieleki, we went 9-1. We went 9-1. Come on, you gotta like the stream for that. 9-1, that's incredible. I'm shocked. I did not think this thing would do well. We actually got into high ladder now. Like, we're like, where are we at? We're number 28. We started this in like low 1700s, maybe high 1600s. We are now 1828. We are firmly in high ladder of NatDex, like 150 elo away from rank 1 with Lecky, and this team performed incredibly consistently. Now, I'm not entirely sure about the sets. I kind of did like Z-Fly on Lando, but it might not be entirely necessary. I was super happy with the Fat Zard. I think that's amazing. I think we got to shout that out. The Fat Zard was just like incredible. It did so well, and the pursuit trap, like actually being able to pursuit trap the grounds, but also working so well with Zard. So we have this kind of special spam core and the double removal to support this core of Hazard Weak Pokemon. I honestly didn't even realize how strong that could be, but after I used it, I'm like, wow. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. Somebody on YouTube, yes, I have done a replay review once before. I don't know if you guys would like to see that video again. I don't think the video on replay review performed that well, but I might be able to do that again. So we'll do a vote. My concern with part 2 is I think we kind of already have the team. So part 2 would probably be a laddering stream. So keep that in mind. I honestly think partly through luck, I think I've cracked the code on Lecky. Lecky fit really well here as speed control, being able to outpace things like Zama and Scarfers. Really, because Weavile not being the strongest priority user. It was great. But yeah, like no hate on Som. Like Som's a cool guy. Or gal, I don't know, but yeah, that was a really RNG heavy game. It was rough, but on this team, I kind of think I do like Flyzy better, just because it's just more of a nuke. Like it can just hit more stuff, but maybe Rock is. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but yeah, I think honestly the Pokemon, we've got it down. I think this is the team. So if we did a Regieleki part 2, it would be just kind of laddering. We could also just try a different kind of team with Lecky. But yeah, this was just an unparalleled success. I mean, like, because the Porygon Z team, we went 10-0, but we didn't really do all that well. You know, like the Porygon Z team went 10-0, but we had some like terrible opponents, super low ladder. One guy was going to definitely beat us and then just forfeited. This felt like probably my most successful stream ever. I'm really happy with how this team performed. Why is Weavile Crash and not Axel? Basically just the all the contact abilities in NatDex. Like if we look at NatDex right now, right, we've got Zapdos. Corviknight often carries a helmet. Pharaoh with Iron Barbs, Flame Body on Volcarona, Rough Skin on Garchomp, Flame Body on Moltres, just so Flame Body on Heatran. So many contact abilities in this format. It's like, it's really rough to run triple Axel, and it's not that accurate, so I'm an Axel guy. Kingambit was a weakness of this team, so you definitely may want to consider low kick. Something I actually do want to check before we end this is how Fat Zard takes sucker punches. Okay, not that well. So you can't rely on Fat Zard to help save you from the Kingambit matchup. That's still going to be pretty bad. But yeah, I generally think Crash is just a better move. I didn't even know Lecky was allowed in NatDex. Yeah, nobody uses it because his Gliscor is around. But if you build a team that fries Gliscor like we seemingly have, it's pretty good. Yeah, Fizdef gets just one shot by Zard, which is the nice thing. And special Gliscor sets are just pretty vulnerable to Pharaoh and Weavile, and Mola does a lot, and we can just kind of bully them. So yeah, actually another reason we want Crash here is because it's more punishable to go, because like if you're locked into Crash against a Gliscor, your opponent can't go into like a Flame Body Pokemon and Fish, but if it's locked into Axel on a Protect Gliscor, then that's, you know, a different situation. Yeah, it's 9-1, just like the game count. Okay, so yeah, we might do a Lecky part 2. I feel like we just kind of left it at a good place. Sort of like the Iron Hands stream. Like the Iron Hands team just did really well, and I was like, I feel like we left it at a good spot. Toxicroak is not the star of the next stream, but it is the star of the next video. So the Toxicroak video will be releasing soon. But all right, I think we'll leave it there. I feel like that's great. 9-1, incredible wins. 2 wins against stall, which I absolutely love. You guys know that. 1 against a Shedinja stall. I was so happy. I got my revenge on Shedinja. This stream was very healing for me because we've taken a lot of L's lately. I know we've taken a lot of L's on these streams. It's been L after L lately. And to just to kill a Shedinja and go 9-1 with my favorite guy, one of my favorite guys ever to use, Regieleki. Beautiful. It's beautiful. But yeah, King Gambit weakness is the main concern. I feel like you probably want to run. We barely clicked Icicle Crash. So like low key, you might be able to actually just go low kick on that. I feel like we have enough for Mega Venu otherwise. So yeah, I think probably low kick on Weavile, maybe body press on Pharaoh, maybe Fizz Def on Lando. We didn't really need Lando's special defense for a whole lot. So definitely consider that. Consider beefing up the King Gambit matchup. We ended up being able to handle it this stream, but I feel like that would be the problem if you know, faced against better players long term. So yeah, but yeah, guys, thanks so much. Good donations too. I of course like money as well, which made this an awesome stream. But yeah, this was awesome. Thank you guys so much for attending. I'm gonna try to time this right. I will end this in 3, 2, 1.